How's it going, you little piss ants? How's life? How's it going? Hello. Hold on, I'm almost ready. 1 second. I'm so busy today. I got a lot to do. Okay, so we're gonna have a shorter stream. I'm gonna hang out with the librarian. Wink. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great, but we can't stream forever. So we're gonna demo prep today. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. We're gonna learn together. Hold on, I'm almost done booting everything up. 1 second. Now, for those of you wondering, why is your face so zoomed in? It's because there is literally nothing else going on my screen, and I figure, hey, why not do a little bit of zoo before the stream starts? Hold on 1 second. I'm almost there. Hold on, I'm almost there. 1 second. It takes so long. Hold on, I'm almost there, I promise. I didn't update the YouTube title. No. Okay, hold on. Paste. Oh, wow, you guys are 2 behind. Uh-oh. You guys are really far behind. Hello, hello. Minimize, shrink. Hola, hello everyone. Hi, we're almost there. Lots of hearts on the last announcement. Dang. Okay, delete. Yes, I can remove reactions based. Delete. Okay, add everyone, paste, copy, paste, send, enter, go. All right, we're ready. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. E2, biblioteca. Hi. Oh, I still have wings on. That's not right. That's a little silly. All right, well, we'll roll with it. Okay, this is the current demo of the game so far. You guys ready for this? Oh, we go in. We have, behind my fat head, we have cards here. And oh, you click on the card and boom, you use air quanta. Boom, boom, and then fireflies everywhere. And look, we've run out of air quanta. Now, we do have some things we need to solve here. So we have a creature full of field, or a field full of creatures. We click firefly, and we still consume mana. Also, if we run out of mana, we go into the negatives. But all the mana is now done. We have everything good. Font, we are not leaking anything. I tested. I tried going to like 1 million in terms of font making. 55 megabytes of RAM, baby. Oh, Ghost. Yeah, that's true. Hold on. There we go. 50 megabytes of RAM. Oh my goodness, the performance. Peak performance. Anyway, this is excellent. So we're pretty far. I don't think we're gonna end up with a demo today because that took so much longer. Guys, every single number, by the way, is its own texture that I have to get from a font atlas. I had to do so much work off stream, okay? I didn't even know there was such a thing as a font atlas. I thought that was the name of a font. Hi, Geargate. Hi, Fonzie. Okay, so here's the plan. We are on the verge of just making a bunch of cards and calling it good for the demo and actually giving it to you guys. Geargate subscribes again. Oh, 21 months. God damn. Surely 12 quanta types is not hard to keep track of. Oh no, that's easy. That's just an array. I have an array of 12 elements, and these are each one element with its own ID number. So every time we play a card, every card has its own ID number, but every card has an element associated with it that has its own independent ID number. So all I have to do is in the code, every time I click into, basically this is whenever I click on the hand in a specific rectangle, it'll make a temporary creature. It'll have an elemental, the creature in hand will make a temp creature because it's all based on its ID number. That element type, it'll match and iterate through the element array of 12 IDs. If it matches, then subtract the cost of that from the screen. And that's it. That's all it is. Chat, everything else behind that, this whole elemental table, .element, .p1 count, okay, all that trash, that's something you never need to concern yourself with, okay? I will never show you the nightmare. Where is it? This fucking function. Oh no, that's the border. Hold on. Where is it? this, oh my God. This fucking function probably took me like 6 hours of my life to figure out. Dude, I had to make a texture delete function in the font module that like manually, where is it? This. Okay, this looks simple, but like I had to do research and shit. We have to destroy the texture, set the original pointer to null memory because you don't want to like accidentally activate the pointer. Then you have to close the font and then set the font texture to null pointer, which is a TTF font. And then here you have to call both delete lower and upper layers in the textures. Oh, chat, I had to do so much, but we're done with it. It's done forever. I can use that for the rest of time. And now I know how font atlases work. That's not even really a font atlas, but I had to learn it anyway. Yeah, otherwise you get the crangled text bug from PoE. Worse, you have a memory leak that consumes like a gigabyte of memory after 2 seconds. What is this IDE? Oh, this is Visual Studio. Not Visual Code, it's Visual Studio. C++ with experimental features turned on so I can use modules. Look at this, chat. Do you guys remember the good old days of hashtag include string? Like a moron? Hashtag include IO stream. Hashtag include math. Imagine asking permission to use math. Fuck that. We use import standard library, bitches. I love modules. What a great system. This is just a test hand. We already have all of the information there to shuffle decks. In fact, I add cards into my deck right here. So what I'll do is, because this is kind of vertical slicey, I'll give you guys a deck that gets shuffled. So this is all getting printed randomly. We've already tested this. This whole make deck thing, it'll already handle the shuffling. I meant for players, yeah, otherwise you get the crangled text bug with custom weeb background. I mean, I tried to make it like across this. Oh, wow, nice. I tried to make it across the screen like this, but like it would always like default to the corner. I don't know how to like fix that. If anyone knows how to make transparent pictures like all the way, maybe I just grabbed the wrong size. Maybe I accidentally grabbed like the preview image, because like this has like images over here and here. It's just hard. I guess I could take like a screenshot or something. It's just hard because there's movement here. It's not really a PNG. It's like it's like a flash file almost with like custom movement and everything. There is no picture of this anywhere, you know? I guess I could just take a screenshot with desktop elements turned off and just make my own image. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of where we're stuck. As far as the game goes, we're making a lot of progress here. All of the elements are done. We just need to do super basic abilities. I'm not going to have any complicated abilities in this. The only complicated ability we're going to have is programming, elements of the remake, art. I have all of the current Aphrodite art in here. Hope. So Hope is going to be the hardest thing to program. It's a shield that the AI deck is going to have, because AI is going to play Firefly like 101 with empathy and all that shit. This is Hope. It's a shield, and it's going to be difficult to program. I guess it's not that difficult. Basically, block as much damage as there are light-emitting creatures on the field with bioluminescence. And bioluminescence is generate 1 light quanta every turn. I guess that's not too bad. But yeah, this is all finished art. So this is finished Life Dragon. This is deliberately 256 by 256. That is on purpose. Oh, updated Crimson Dragon. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's a lot skinnier than last time. I love it. Updated Black Dragon. Looks kind of flash photography if you catch my drift. What else? Death Dragon got a little updated on like the bone shadows and all that. I don't know. There's a lot of Time Dragons done. Devonian Dragon. I don't know. There's a lot of finished art. She's currently doing the next set, but she's taking a day off or two, so that's fine. Okay. Hi, Faye. Hello. Long time no see. Okay. What are we doing now to get the demo prep? I'm hanging out with the librarian today, so hopefully that's actually, did she just text me? LOL. Oh no, I'm sorry. Sarcasm, chat. Sometimes you just have to deal with it. Okay, so here's the plan for today. We have all quanta logic done. That's it. Easy freaking peasy. We press spacebar. That's a problem. Okay, so currently when we end the turn, also, if you look at the top right health bar, look at this. Didn't even know that was possible until like right before stream. I'm like, fuck. Anyway, we don't have a way to stop the quanta from getting, basically we're trying to get you quanta. We're implementing turns. We're at that point now. Once I have turns done, I can then have enemy creatures on the field, make it so that when turn ends and it comes your turn again, activate creature abilities and all that. Itself +1 is player turn equals false. So what's wrong here? Why isn't when I press space multiple times it doesn't work? When I press space, set is player turn equals false, then set it to true. If it's true, set it to false. Oh, that's why. So now when I press space and then I stop, shit. Okay. Well, how about this? Rather than that, let's do this. Is player turn false? And then, if it's false, set it to true. Let's do something like that just so we can understand how to add one without breaking the game. Fuck! Why is it doing that? If it's false, set it to true. If it's true, set it to false. Am I setting to false anywhere else? No. It's defaulted to true. If it's true, set it to false. Break? Is it the break that's causing issues? No, I have to break because it's a space thing, right? Well, for now, we'll delete it. No? But okay. Is player turn, if it's equal to true, set it to false. Go through the program. Oh. I know why. Because when I press space, this happens, but it's not necessarily at the beginning of the frame? Oh, because I had two double equal. Never mind, I'm dumb. God, the fucking double equals gets me every time. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now that's done. Beautiful. Okay, except instead of is player turn true, it's gonna be end of turn actions. That's gonna be the function we call. Smash pass tier list on the dragons. You know what? Because I'm feeling generous today. Absolutely. God, I want this demo done though. So we can actually get it to you guys. Okay, smash pass on the dragons. Let's do this. Is this all the dragons? 5, 10, 12. No. Wait, I'm missing. Oh, colossal dragon. Right. Open. All right. First up, Crimson Dragon. Smash or pass? I give it. God, I'm sorry. I've been thinking about this guy in terms of game development. All I think is that he can deflag. It's weird thinking about characters from like an art perspective now. He would be too aggressive for me. He looks like a dog, but he's like a badly raised dog. He's way too angry. Pass. All right. Some people are into aggressiveness. I ain't. Also, we are absolutely going to have voice acting, but this guy's the exception. We're just going to have like a flamethrower sound, like a like, I don't know what it sounds. That's a vacuum cleaner, but like some sort of flamethrower sound. I think that'd be pretty cool. Next. Really? Ugh. Amethyst Dragon. It has been pointed out to me by the artist. I interpreted this as a female dragon, and apparently it's a male dragon, how she imagined it. So that's based. Smash or pass though? I mean, it's gotta be smash, right? Who wouldn't say smash that? It's so cool. Also, I specifically love the left wing here. I can tell she put a lot of thought into how the wings are shaped because like she could have just as easily had it where the middle part of the wing is up here and the bottom part's down here. But I like how fluid it is, which shows that the dragon cares in its own kind of way. Smash. I love this dragon. Great. Casca channel. Hello. Sorry, we're not even game deving. We're just rating the dragons we commissioned. Air dragon. This guy, I want him to say, need a lift? All right, the voice acting is gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. Casca-chan! By the way, I need voice acting for this game. If you want to lend your voice to like one card or something. Yeah, we need voice acting. I can do a lot of it. Voice mod is a very powerful tool, but like we need voice acting for cards. God, I love Fire. I think out of all the cards so far, I think Firefly's my favorite. I love this art. It's so good. Yeah, sure. Based. When we get closer, I'll get a hold of you. I'm trying to get as many people I can into like, who have like reasonable mics, i.e. every streamer. It's like anyone who has mics and an easy to understand like accent, I'm trying to get on a card of some kind. Past Air Dragon seems like a selfish lover. Ah! Oh, Firefly's so good though. For the queen! The queen! Which dragon were we on? Oh, black dragon? So this is a woman dragon. I will say it's very unique in terms of like how its arms and legs look. I love, look at this chat. Look at his little feet. This is a smash, right? Don't tell me these little feets are not the cutest shit in the world, all right? Woman black dragon, hard smash. Black dragon has Nicole Bolas face. Who? I like the bat likeness, although I'm still iffy on the shadows. I like the shadows. It's very, she gave me another version of this. The first version that had shadows, I was gonna point out to her that it looked very like old Phoenixy. Hold on, I'll give you a comparison. So Phoenix has this problem where the shadow, it looks like it's a flat 2D surface behind Phoenix, and Phoenix has this like shadow drop on it, and I don't like that shadow. It looks really weird to me. The old black dragon has struggled with that, but now she like fixed it up where it's like, it actually looks like it's like flash photography or something, where it's like really bright in some areas and it's like really harsh shadows. I get what she's going for. I like it. Plus she added like shadows up here and like down here, which helped a lot. Reasonable mics, literally every streamer who cares about their audio. Yeah. I'm still in the car on my way back home. Aphrodite, Space Cadet. Sorry, I keep referring you to as Aphrodite because that's how I label all of your cards in here. So there you go. Death Dragon. Sorry, yeah, we're gonna call it Bone Dragon, right? Like, oh, but then again, it does have the scythe. I should call this Death Dragon. That's a pretty unique name. Bone Dragon. Kind of a predictable name. I don't know. I could swing back and forth on it. I really like this one. I thought it was really clever how she handles the wings. I think that's my favorite part about this dragon is actually the wings. That was pretty cute. How do you give a bone dragon wings? Well, it needs to fly. It's normally called bone dragon in the game, I think. It depends if it's upgraded or not, I think. Nicole Bolas, popular dragon from... This does not look like Aphrodite's black dragon at all. This guy looks like he goes to a furry convention. That's who he looks like. This ain't black dragon. Get out of here with that. Also, I think I lean toward, I don't know. Bone dragon, bone the dragon. Oh, you'd smash? I don't know. This guy looks too aggressive. I might pass on him. Yeah, the death dragons were bone ivory. Oh, you know what? That's a good compromise. I kind of want to call it ivory dragon. I want to avoid bone dragon. It's a little bit too on the nose, but ivory dragon? I could get behind ivory dragon. Did you see bone dragon and life dragon compared to each other? Oh yeah, no, I love life dragon. So life and death, obviously opposite elements in the game. This is Life Dragon. I think out of everyone that I've shown this, like all of these photos to, specifically on the Elements Discord, it looks like this dragon's everyone's favorite. And I think it's definitely like the best personification of an element in a dragon. It's so obnoxiously life. It's like unapologetically life. I love it. Life Dragon's design is cool. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It's so cool. It's like, it reminds me of like a fairy dragon from, what's it called? Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Fairy Dragon. Hold on, I'll pull up an image. There, it kind of reminds me of Fairy Dragon. Please just open the image. Can I just open image in new tab? Okay, whatever, close enough. Okay, so this guy, this is what it reminds me of. This is Fairy Dragon from Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And you know what? I get vibes. I don't know if it's the butterfly wings, but this guy also kind of looks like a velociraptor, so also those goofy ass eyes. I like this one more. Life Dragon would scold you for eating meat. Would it? You guys are already giving it personality. Glad to hear. Oh, how'd you like the Eclipse Space Cadet? I know you traveled for it. Yeah, this one has so much going on and the translucent wings are sick. I think it's great. Low-key, Life and Death Dragon are the same if you overlay them to each other, but mirrored. What? This is the greatest artist that has ever lived. What a nice touch. I didn't even notice that. I am so happy I commissioned this artist. Dude, I didn't even ask for that. She just did it. Oh, it's so perfect. What a great contrast. Wow, I almost want to make that like part of the banner for Steam or something like that, where it's like life on the right and death on the left. In fact, I may even go so far as to ask you for like the non-background version of these so I can just get the characters. That is excellent. Wow. What a great touch. Ice Dragon. Also, the tail is a perfect jade color. Jade Dragon, absolutely. So, Ice Dragon. I like Ice Dragon. I like Ice Dragon because water is gonna be everyone's least favorite element to play against, because water is like the defensive element, but Ice Dragon is like an exception to that because it's kind of glass cannon-y. It's weird. Water's gimmick is stall, late game, like, throughput. I don't know how to, like, 80 carry in League of Legends, except the 80 carry is very defensive. I don't know, it's hard to explain it. But yeah, it's stall and then win, right? It's not druid. It's not a druid class. It's not green. Green is like, accelerate big creatures out. That's not water. Water struggles with acceleration. It's stall. Ice Dragon, I like this interpretation of it because it's very like crash into them with like your big stall tactic, and this is the guy that comes out at the end. I like it. It still needs work. It's all good. Listen, all right? People might hate. I like the moose horns, okay? I think it's a great touch, all right? Don't let anybody shame you about them, okay? Not everybody chooses the horns they grow, all right? Oh, also Smash. What's next? We'll do Phase Dragon. So Phase Dragon, I like. Now, you guys may notice this since the last time we looked at him. He now has an equal number of arms. Apparently, he was not supposed to have 5 arms, but that's okay. That was my fault, all right? But Phase Dragon. So again, if you guys don't know, this is not the actual full quality of the image. This is a 256 by 256 image that we are zooming in on. So the original is a lot more clear. I'm just putting that on the record. What a great dragon. The only thing the Elements community said about this was they wanted him to be more phasey because his tail only is. My response is, I think it's fantastic. You got to see the character, right? Like, if the image is like this big in game, like, you don't want a situation where it's so hard to see. I really like how his like face stands out. I don't know if it's because of the touches of purple or like the pink on his little whiskers, his little dragon whiskers. But I like how much it stands out. Also, I like how bright the antlers, horns. Just raise the alpha. Yeah, so easy. What, do they want like extra limbs or extra heads? And extra heads? What's the next one? Have we looked at Light Dragon yet? Light Dragon, some of these are unfinished, all right? Light Dragon, I like the feathers, I like the glow, it gets the point across. I like the stallion look. I actually think that's pretty cool. I like it because Light is very pompous, very noble, I guess is a good way to use, better word to use, I guess. I like the horse look. Look at that stance, absolute unit. Okay, I can make him more phasey, more, no, don't worry about his face, no, you're fine. Phase Dragon is great. I love your interpretation. I was just giving feedback from the Elements community, but they can deal with it. I like it. It has that wide bulldog stance. Oh, hell yeah. You don't give a fuck. Also, Light is probably my least favorite element, so I hope I get the interpretation right, but Light's my least favorite element in the game because it's gonna be the most in need of a remake, if you catch my drift. The problem with Light is it's very gimmicky in the sense of like, you're either using its best cards in other decks that are decidedly not Light, like Firefly decks using Hope, or it's like, or Blessing or something like that in like a dive deck for air. It's very rarely you ever play a true mono Light deck, and it needs like 3 remade cards for that to work at least. It's very clumsy. Oh, Morning Glory flying weapon decks, which is going to be hard because the way I'm doing Animate Relic is going to be impossible to work with Morning Glory on purpose because that deck was so good in PvP. But anyway, this is one of those cards that's gonna look nothing in terms of mechanically like the original game. If anybody even played Light Dragon in any deck, which I don't think they did. Time Dragon, oh my, oh, dude, I think, I'm gonna be honest, after looking all over the dragons again, this guy, Devonian Dragon, so creative, so wonderful. Ooh, is it my favorite? It's so freaky. It goes up there for me. I love the Egyptian like sarcophagus look, and then it like blends into the belly so it looks really natural. Oh, also chat, I don't know if you notice, it's doing the, hold on. Hold on, I'll show you what pose it's giving. Hold on, where is it? Hold on, images. Hold on, we got this. Where is it? I'm trying to like find one that's appropriate. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. Open image in new tab. Okay. No lie. No cope. You guys see it, right? Come on. Come on. It's the comic book pose. This is perfect. I love it. It's like, oh yeah, you asked to throw hands, I'll throw hands. Oh, geez. Time Dragon has me acting up like that. He's the boyfriend looking at another girl meme pose. Oh, I was going for the comic book, like stereotypical, like you see the bust and the butt pose. I love it. Stone Dragon. I think Stone Dragon went through the biggest iteration since you guys have seen it. The wings. Do I have the old one anywhere? I might. Hold on. or maybe not. So this went through the most iteration because of the wings. Originally, the wings looked like they kind of melded into the ground, and I asked to have it stand out a little, and then she's like, fuck it, and she like takes the wings and like overhauls them, and they drag up dust now. Oh, it looks great. It looks like he can fly. Also, this poor artist had to like draw out the tail. Ugh. Dragging wings was perfect. No, the wings are still dragging, but now it looks like he's not like a statue. It looks like he actually like crushes into the ground, you know? Because his ability, because every dragon is gonna be like the ability of their class, right? The most personified ability. This guy's getting earthquake, and it looks like this guy can cause an earthquake, you know? Okay, but hear me out. Stone dragon. Really? You get stoned vibes from this? I don't know if I get stoned vibes from this. I get stone. Like what? Do we even have like a stoned example? Like Odiug. Odiug kind of gives stoned vibes. Odiug kind of gives stoned vibes. What a great drawing. What a great example of like a Dungeons and Dragons Odiug, because it's a D&D creature, right? What a great like interpretation of it. I don't know. It's cool. I like the second mouth inside, like alien. What else gives stoned vibes? Doodle? I don't know if Doodle does. Chat, we have this unused elements of the game art for a fox, and I don't know what to use it on. I don't want to give it to Entropy, because Entropy gets all the fun cards. I feel like I want to kind of give it to like Fire or something, or maybe make it like a Fire card that can use Entropy or something. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things we can do with it, but I don't just want to give every fun card to Entropy because they get all the fun cards. Best stoned example was the artist making Fallen Elf and Spore. Based. I like how Superman doesn't fly. He uses the momentum of his punch. What? Never heard that before, Casca. What else? What else? Oh, if you guys haven't seen it, this is the work in progress Firefly Queen, which is so... Oh, it's so perfect, chat. It's so what I imagined Firefly Queen to be. It's just so nice. Everything is just so nice. Fucking skeleton looking like a Skeletor over here. And then we have our temp art, but yeah, there's a lot of things in this game that's gonna look so cool. I can't wait, chat. I can't wait to play my own game, and the only thing that's stopping me is myself. Because we have the game right here to like run. We just have to like make it. By the way, when you're playing against the AI, this is kind of what your field's gonna look like when you play against them. Good luck. Have fun. Think about it. What does Superman do when he wants to fly faster? Oh, based. It's a Ninetales kind of. I don't know. Like if we did like a Ninetales card, it would fit in like the mythology of elements of the game, right? Which is like mythical creatures. If I did that, I would have like a transformation effect. So I would have like a baby fox creature you'd play for like 1 quanta or something of some element, and then you would transform it into like a Ninetales, and I would use the art you would make for the transformation. But I don't know if I want to waste a whole card art on that. I feel like we need to be very strategic with our use of art. Because listen, I know I've redeemed you for like 40, what is it, like 48 pieces of art or something? 46? It was an even number, somewhere under 50 for pieces of art, and I don't know if I want to waste anything. We need to be very specific with what we do with it. Like there's a reason I'm not having you do any spell art, because spell art is... I can do spell art, right? Like what is fractal besides like a mathematical formula away, you know? Whereas like if you asked me to draw Firefly, like I would never get anywhere near this. Eclipse was all clouds. Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Oh, enough distracting chat. Hold on, is my librarian friend off work yet? No, she's not. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna hang out with her today, so we're ending stream a little bit early. Chat, when am I gonna get this demo to you? Like, actually, how far away am I? I have mana cost done, health bars done, I have cards done, I can lay out a bunch of permanents, so that's done. The mark thing is a rendered graphic away, so that's done. The only thing left is getting enemy cards on the field, which is fine. That's just rendering graphics on an array. That's done. This is all done. I just have to duplicate it over here, but that's, again, one array away. What else do I need to do besides content? What else do I need to do besides content? AI, but that's trivial. All I have to do is just, for now, because it's very vertically slicey, enemy AI. So enemy AI is going to be very vertically slicey. I can just hard code like, hey, if you have a Firefly Queen and 4 air mana, quanta, sorry, this isn't magic, 4 air quanta, then play the Firefly Queen or something like that. I can very hard codey it kind of thing, because there's only going to be like 7 or 8 cards in the whole deck, and the rest are just copies of those. So I could definitely do that. That's not difficult. And I know what deck the player is playing, so it's like, if you have Odiug on the field, cast Shockwave on it or something like that. If there's 3 or more targetable creatures on the enemy field, then cast Thunderstorm or whatever it is, right? Basically, you're going to be playing a gravity/earth deck, so you get to play around with pendulums and kind of introduce that concept to you guys, so you understand what I'm describing. And you'll be playing against the Firefly deck, so you'll always have something to eat. And it's just, can you out-eat the Fireflies that get generated against you? And just kind of do it like that. And then it just gets randomized both decks every time, so it's a little bit of replayability. But that's all I really want the game to be, so I don't know how far away we actually are. Like, I wanted it out today. It might be like a... Oh, I'm hanging out with the librarian tonight, but not for like an hour and a half. Can I get a demo to you guys today? Yeah, it'd have to use a lot of temporary art. Like Empathic Bond is gonna have temp art. I'm just thinking about what I have to accomplish here in the next little bit. Intelligent unit stacking so your field doesn't look like this? What? This is great. Wait, you have a problem with this? Oh, we have to code abilities. Okay, that's gonna take a little longer. That's not gonna be a today thing. Basically, when you click this and you use the ability Firefly to spawn a Firefly, we need to subtract the quanta from life quanta and then generate a Firefly onto the field. So that needs to be done. Or bioluminescence, generate light quanta at the end of every turn. So when I press spacebar to end my turn, I'm generating 1 gravity quanta. It should also generate a light quanta. So that's something we have to keep in mind as well. So it is going to be at least a tomorrow thing. Man, I wanted that demo out Saturday. Oh, it's just the font thing took so fucking long. Dude, I spent like 6 hours on that one function, just debugging fucking fonts. It's a nightmare. Or does the field actually have a max number? Yeah, what you see on the field. This is the maximum number of creatures you can have. Like permanents, creatures on the field, this is the maximum. This is what the UI looks like. So I know as I click Phoenix here, it's gonna subtract fire quanta, but it's not actually spawning anything. Also, if you want like some variety here. There you go. There's some variety for you. Okay, I'm losing surface. Have the catch a VOD. Okay, see you later, Space Cadet. Bye-bye. Have safe travels. But yeah, this is what your field's gonna look like. Now, chat, just in terms of UI, is everything understandable? Like, in terms of like numbers on creatures for stats, like, does this look clear to you? I did that too. Like this flips down here. I just don't know if anything's like immediately confusing to like people who didn't like program the game. I would play test this. Casca-chan. Well, I'll tell you what, Casca. Are you on my Discord, Casca? I think you are not. You'll know immediately when the demo comes out. Otherwise, I'll just message you. You're friend of the channel. But yeah, I'll let you know. Honestly, when we have the demo out, honestly, if you want to just let your audience know, be like, hey, here's a free EXE from a friend, just so I get feedback, it would be appreciated. The goal, by the way, is to put this on Steam for free for you guys, free to play. Completely. No microtransactions, none of that shit. We will have multiplayer. I will host the server. I'll have networking in the game. Luckily, card games are like the easiest thing in the world to network, because what is a packet besides an X value, a Y value, and a Boolean value? That's all packets are. And then on your end, it'll be like, okay, put the XY value here, click. And then it'll do whatever it needs to in-game on your machine. So the networking requirements are going to be extremely trivial. I'm just going to host it on my computer. And if we get to the point where we have like 1 billion players, okay, I'll consider charging money, okay? But we won't need to worry about that. I can't imagine this game more than having more than like 10 people playing it at a time. Well, it is free to play. That won't be a problem. What's the worst that'll happen? Well, what's the worst that'll happen? Okay, let me just... do we do abilities first, or do we finish turns? Oh, I'm just thinking about where we go. I think I'm in? Okay, yeah. As long as you're in the Discord, I'll post the demo immediately, but it would be posted immediately before stream or at the end of a stream, so around this time of day. It's not going to be tomorrow, because I can already tell myself and how I'm going to work that I'm still, because I'm about to end stream in like 30 seconds because I'm waiting for the text that I'm off work, and then I'm going to go hang out with the librarian. It's a super short stream today. Doesn't Heroku still offer free plans? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but all I need for a server is just like, what do I need? I would only send 1 packet a second, because it's a card game. You don't need more than that. Honestly, you could even do less than that if you really want to get cheeky with it, but we'll do 1 packet a second, where every packet is just maybe 2 integers and a Boolean value. So what's the minimum packet size of networking again? Is it 60 bytes? It's 60 bytes, right? So 20 bytes would be the header for the packet, and then you have 40 bytes of data. 2 integers is 32 bytes. 1 Boolean value is 4 bytes or a byte? 2 bytes. No, it's just a byte, right? Because it's 0 or 1. Okay. Yeah, we could do a lot of information there. As someone who's played IRL, Magic the Gathering, and multiple board games and card games in both physical and digital formats. Ooh, you never played the original Elements the game? Oh baby, you're in for a fun time. I love this game. It's a great game. I like it because there's none of this. Oh my God, it triggers me. I hate Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. Okay, I don't play a lot of either game. I don't know that much, but I have played both games online, and it's a nightmare, okay? Nothing should interrupt my turn when it's my turn. Hearthstone got it right, but to be fair, Elements the game came out before Hearthstone. It's an old Flash game. It came out in like 2009? Something like that? Yeah, it came out in like 2009, I think, but a couple of years before Hearthstone. And I think it solved the problem that Hearthstone never really figured out. To be fair, this game is not going to have pillars. Ignore Maxwell's pillar. That's us salvaging the art. This game's not going to have like lands, right? That's something the original Elements of the game I don't really like, is the land system. So we're going to get rid of lands. Those don't exist, but we'll have fun with it. Gary, there's probably like 24 people in the world who remember playing Elements the game. Excuse me, I'll have you know, it was the most popular card game on Congregate for like 10 fucking years. Okay, I lied, like 3 years. but like it was like one of its highest rated Flash games. It was like page 2 of most popular Flash games ever. There's a lot of people who played it, okay? I bet if I put this shit on Steam, I'm gonna get a lot of like, oh wait, that game's back? I remember that game. You'll see a lot of it. I hate getting interrupted in my turn. Laughs like a maniac when he was countering spells. Okay, to be fair, that shit was fun, but it's not fun for the people you play against, okay? Fuck that. No, I'm a big fan of if it's your turn, there's no phases, nothing. I don't want phases in this game. Holy shit. Think of the design philosophy we can have if we don't have phases. Like drawing a card. Chat, why does every card game require me to draw a card every turn? Wouldn't it be cool if you optionally clicked the deck to draw a card? It's cool because all of a sudden that opens up some design space to have more powerful effects when your opponent draws a card because it's optional, right? Or at the very least, you can take care of the card before you draw your own card, you know? So if you have to draw an answer, you're punished kind of deal. So like if Firefly was like, every time your opponent draws a card, if your opponent draws a card, you look at their hand or something goofy like that, right? Basically, you have a chance to kill the card before you actually get punished for drawing a card. I don't know, stuff like that. And if somebody forgets to draw a card, you can laugh at them on stream. I think that'd be kind of funny. But yeah, I really want to get rid of the idea of like phases, you know? Especially because there's no creature to creature combat. You can just, basically the way this game works is you press space, everything attacks face, you go smork every round. There are ways to circumvent this, but yeah, that's why you have 100 HP. Not making card draw mandatory is wild and based. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. That's why cards that punish you for drawing are usually pretty weak in card games, unless they're like overpowered, because they just don't, it just feels bad to always be punished. I like fairy system. Once each turn, you can choose to do a variety of things from building the field to +1 mana to drawing an extra card. You can choose to do a variety of things. No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I've never played it. I don't know what it feels like. I don't even know what Ferraria is. Ferrera? Faria? Imagine cards that be like if you have no cards in hand. There are cards that kind of soft encourage that. So if we want to look at the original game here, there are cards that kind of encourage that. I'm surprised this wiki is even still active. It was Aether, right? Aether usually cares about hand size. So something like Fractal. So Fractal is an example of a card that cares about like how many cards you have in your hand because you only have 7 cards, right? There's a hard cap of 7 cards in the game. Tabsin, hello. Heroku removed the free option in 2022, but adaptable is a free option where you can host directly from your GitHub repo. First of all, I'm not using GitHub out of goddamn principle, okay? Fuck GitHub. Give me the EXE, all right? I'm one of those people. I like phases, but that's just because it pleases my programmer mind and I like to see everything divided in steps and sequences. Fractal, fill your copies with hands of the target creature's card. All remaining Aether Quanta is consumed. I don't know how we're gonna do this in my game. I don't know, well, I don't know how we're gonna do the all remaining Aether Quanta is consumed. It's weird because in Elements the game, the original, Quanta stays forever. It never depletes. It's not like Magic where you just untap, you know? I don't know how much I like that. We've already decided we're not going to do it. I am Sarah. Thank you for following. I already thought you were following. Sorry, I've seen you a few times. I don't know how much I like that, which means I don't like it. So I don't know what the alternative to all remaining Aether Quanta is consumed. Maybe your Quanta generation resets back to 1 every turn, like mana crystals? But it's not that powerful. So for example, a card we have is Pest. Okay, hold on. That's the original art. I guess I could just pull up the card. A card you would use Fractal on for, well, the classic card is Pest. So Pest Pest is a 2 darkness creature card, so it's trivially cheap. Tabsin is subscribing. Thank you with your Prime sub. Oh, fancy. Hold on. Come here. Come here, little bitch. Wait. There we go. Turn off ghost. Give me kisses. Thank you. Pest. Absorb 1 quantum from your opponent per turn and return a darkness quanta to you. And you can burrow that shit so it's immortal. If you're wondering how frustrating it is to have no quanta every turn because this shit was fractaled out, feels terrible. But yeah, that's a thing that exists. So Fractal Pest is the classic combo. Oh, and then you, in order to win, you put out an Eclipse. This is the win condition. I usually ain't watching Twitch this time. Oh, what's your new mana system? Quanta resets every turn and then it, okay, so we're bringing back the old topic here. So let me pull up the game. So in this game, everything is 0 every turn. You have a quantum mark. Now, okay, hear me out. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Okay, thank you for the gift sub to Meowper from Tabsin. Wow, and you subbed. Damn. Okay, mini kiss. Mwah. Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you so much for the gift sub and the sub. Ah. Okay, so this is how it works, okay? We are going to have an opt-in system. Hear me out. Don't panic. You guys are going to get a taste of this when the demo comes out, but let me give a description before you guys actually play the game. In this game, you don't have to have lands, right? You're gonna pick a mark. Your mark is like gravity or fire or air or life, right? It's some sort of mark or entropy, right? One of the 12 elements. The way it'll work, it's on turn 1, you generate 1 quanta of your mark. On turn 2, you get 2 quanta. Turn 3, you get 3, right? It goes up and up. It's like Hearthstone crystals. You have every game, you're gonna have a reliable amount of quanta generation every turn. Now, what happens if you want to splash colors? Totally fine. You're probably gonna do that. However, I think if you splash colors, you're opting in to a land-based system like Magic the Gathering. You don't have to play that way, but if you want to open up your deck to have more answers to more problems, you need to have the risk of not drawing resources. So we're gonna have a system called pendulums. I'm not gonna bother explaining pendulums, but you will play with pendulums and you'll get it pretty quick. So for example, if you wanted to play like, well, you're playing against the Firefly Queen deck in the demo. So Firefly Queen is going to be an air deck with life pendulums. It's going to have air quanta, and then because of the life pendulums, it'll occasionally make green quanta for them to spawn fireflies, right? Now, if you're wondering, hold on, Gary, I don't want to nerf myself every turn and or brick myself out of resources every turn. That sounds frustrating. There are ways to circumvent that. Firefly, for example, has bioluminescence. Generate a light quanta every turn. So splashing air and light doesn't even require pendulums. You just play fireflies. You do run the risk of creature control, but that's the risk you opt into, you know? So that's kind of what I'm aiming at, if you catch my drift. If that makes sense. So it's Hearthstone mana system with a chosen base color. Yes. And if you want, and you can play fixers. I don't know what fixers are unless you're talking about like Firefly, in which case, yes. Now, I'm gonna be very careful where you're not gonna be able to generate your own color unless you're the quanta that generates your own color, like Earth. Earth and somewhat darkness are known for generating their own color. They are like the greens. I think Earth is the closest thing to green in this game in terms of like Magic terms, because you have cards like oh, there's that shitty ass art. Gnome Rider, 1 Earth mana, 1/2. Each turn an Earth quanta is generated, and you get rewarded for that. So something like Stone Skin. Add X HP to your max life points, i.e. you heal that much. X is the number of Earth quanta you own. So obviously we're going to make this stronger, like 4x the number of Earth you own or something goofy like that. But this should be healing for, I think it was capped out at 50 before in the original game. So it'll be capped at 50, but that's the idea, is you'll heal for 50 because you get so much Earth Quanta. That's an example of that. Show us the collision code you used. Oh, sure. What kind of collision are you talking about? Are you talking about the ones in hand, or like when they're on the field and overlapping each other? Hold on, I'll try to be careful here. So, shit. Did I have an okay, here's one. So like right here, you have fire. I'm just gonna move my mouse right. Are you talking about like that kind of collision? Like mouse and object, where it's like you see a little bit of that and then it goes through? I don't know how much people actually care about that, but if you guys want to see that, I guess it's gonna be right here, isn't it? Render copy. Oh no, I know. It's up here. Okay, so in SDL you have different kind of inputs, right? You have a pull event queue. Let me draw up paint. I've drawn this a few times, but bear with me here. So in SDL you have a pull event queue, right? This pull, or flashbang, sorry. This pull event queue looks like this. It's a cup, right? So in this cup you have some amount of water. This water is filled with user input. So like this is like a click. This is like me pressing the space bar. And basically in the order it goes in, there's a little spout down here, is the order it'll come out, right? So this is like the first mouse click. This is the space bar. This is me pressing the letter K or something like that. So this is how the pull event queue basics work. So first in, first out. Now, how that'll work in practice is we now have a function called SDL pull event queue, where the event is the event type. So for example, if the event type is quit the program, we quit the program, right? SDL quit being, you know, closing out of the window, or red X if that's in Windows, you know, something like in Linux, it's the exit button, right? That's the SDL quit. If event type is SDL mouse button down, so we click down with either left mouse button or right mouse button, then iterate through the hand and do all that stuff to summon creatures on the field. So that code there was click, click, click. That's all that does. Subtracting quanta, that's 8 lines of code. Then you have mouse motion. Now this is what you're interested in. This is the collision part of it. Don't worry, his code's font is rough for English speakers to read too. So this is mouse motion. This is what you guys care about. So we have an SDL function to get mouse state. What that does is we have a couple of float values here, your X state and your Y state of your mouse, right? This function applies values to those. So wherever our mouse is on the screen, could be up here, could be, oh, here, you know what? Let's do this. Standard C out. So we're gonna print out a value. Let's go mouse point dot X space mouse point dot Y. Fuck, mouse point Y. Sorry, wrong value. Mouse state. Sorry, God, I have to be careful. Mouse state Y, and then end line. So now what's going to happen is when we run this, every time we move our mouse in the program, look at the kernel on the left here. That's our X state and our Y state. So if we go up to the corner, it's going to be 0, 0, right? We go down to the bottom right of the screen. It should be like 1080 something. 17, what is it? 1725 by 1080. I don't know, whatever that is, right? So that's kind of how that works. That's the X and Y button, X and Y value that we're updating every frame. So we make that equal mouse point.x, mouse point.y, and then display card, come back to that in a second, iterate on field check, temp creature player 1 field mouse point data list. What does that all mean? What we're gonna do is we have a function called iterate on field check, which I believe is right. Draw creatures on field. Iterate on field check. So this is that function we called. So we have our hand row. we iterate through the hand row. Is SDL mouse point in FRECT? What does that mean? That means, is our mouse with those XY values in a given rectangle? It could be a small rectangle, it could be a large rectangle. What we're doing is we're iterating through our hand first. Is our mouse in our hand? If yes, then display the card. And we go, and we, sorry, my head's at the way. We reverse iterate. So it's like Phoenix is here. And if we scroll up, then it's Odiug. We reverse iterate, we go lowest to tallest because we don't want a situation where we highlight Phoenix and we get Odiug because Odiug is iterated first. So that's how we do that. Then if we go through that, nothing happens. So now we iterate through the creatures, right? Creature row 1, then creature row 2, then creature row 3. It's all the same thing. And that's it. That's all we do. Is we just iterate through everything on the field every frame whenever we move the mouse. So if I don't move the mouse at all, nothing gets iterated through. There's no point, right? If we have a couple of creatures on the field, I move the mouse a little, it gets iterated through, so nothing gets updated. If I highlight a creature, that frame, it iterated through and it's like, oh, the mouse is in a rectangle in creature field 1, spot 1 2 0 1. So it's in spot 1, right? Okay, display the card that is in that spot, which is Phoenix. On the other hand, if we have Odiug in spot 0, we highlight this, it's like, oh, it triggered, display Odiug. And then I go off, then I display Phoenix. Now, the clever-eyed among you may notice that when we iterated through whatever was on the field, I go to this Odiug corner, we go in between, we display Firefly Queen, and then we display Phoenix. Well, because we iterate through creature field 1 first, this first row, it gets the priority. So if it successfully triggers, break the function, go out of it, we've done what we needed to, we have our value, right? So that's how we kind of have this like in-between gap here, because what's happening is these rectangles are taking priority over these rectangles. Does that all make sense? I hope it makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of my logic and how I did it. Chat, I'm very proud of what we accomplished so far. I am super proud of what I accomplished so far. I accomplished this. This is nobody but mine, all right? I don't want any sass. Why is my thing not loading? There we go. Now I can see chat. What the hell? Okay. Whew. All right. So all that being said, we have iterations on the field, and that's how I did it. Cool. All right. Next. If you're wondering what the fuck this is complicated. That's drawing the creature on the field, but that's more of a we need to simplify this a little more than actual like code. This is just duplicating ourselves, really. But I'm too lazy to make a function out of it. We're already done with it, and this is vertical slicey, so deal with it. You should be proud. Looks good so far. Thank you! Mwah! You get kisses, Fonzie. It's been a while since you got one of those, huh? I appreciate it. I think it does look good so far. Honestly, I think... I think it's just the art that's doing so much heavy lifting. I think it's just the artist Firefly and Odiug and Phoenix and Firefly Queen and Forest Spirit. This VRT and Aphrodite art, I think it's why it looks so good. The art is so good. It is so good. I think that's, if anybody plays this game, it's going to be, oh, that art's really cute. God, I love that Firefly art so much. Okay, chat, level with me. Level with me for a second in terms of like art, not the art itself, but the card. Do you see how fire has like different shades of red and orange and all that in the background? And it kind of pops. Now look at gravity. It's kind of browny and a little bit white, a little bit orangey. You go to life and it's like green and dark green. It's like a leaf, right? You go to entropy, there's like this shades of purple and pink. I go over to air and it looks kind of mono bluish. You see shades of white, like a very light, brisky sky. Should that change? Do we need a different air background? I feel like air is never done justice, you know? I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it. Because like fire pops so well. Like when a fire card's on screen, you notice that shit. Life, pretty bold. Gravity, less so, but I get it. It's very earthy. But air, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like water's background, but with less mess. Oh, hold on. Let's make a water card. Let's be a little fair here. You know what? Hold on. We'll do Firefly. I made a function here, so it's so much easier to read. Oh, this is so much better. Okay, let's change Firefly to water. Let's see how it looks. Same card. Okay, but doesn't waters look so much better? Like, water pops so well. What about using the upgraded airs background instead of normal? What does, hold on, I still have the window, don't I? What does water or airs look like upgraded? Oh, I see what you're saying. That's water. This is air. I see what you're saying. So this is the same graphic as this. So this Firefly Queen background is the exact same graphic as this. Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, what's difficult is that this kind of white like background, this isn't actually, this is like a separate layer. I don't have access to that information, but what is it besides like a translucent layer, you know? I don't know. Like, I'm a little worried. In fact, let's make Air Dragon. I want to see what it looks like in game. Because Air Dragon is one of those cards that I'm worried about. So hold on. Air Dragon creature Air Dragon is equal to make creature relic card using the renderer, calling it Air Dragon. In hand, it'll be called Air Dragon using the spot card art / Aphrodite Air Dragon.png. God damn it. Oh my god. Stop. Ah! C++, please. Don't do that. I hate it when it does that. Okay. ID number 10803. It will be a creature. It will cost 12 air. It'll have stats. I remember its stats. I don't know, 8, 15. And then no abilities, so we'll go, I don't fucking know. Revive. Okay. And then L creature data dot push back Air Dragon. And then let's just cancel out Firefly for a second. Okay. So we have our Air Dragon, right? How does it look? Doesn't matter because I didn't load the fucking graphic correctly, but there's Air's background. Hello, does this game have sound yet? Oh, no, but we're getting there, Steffi Sot. We're getting. What's that graphic called? Aphrodite Azure Dragon. That is a better name. Fuck. Azure. Why did I call it Air Dragon? Azure is so much better. Azure. Okay, let's try that again. Sweet. Okay, we click it and it didn't load correctly. What the fuck? Hold on. What is Elements the Remake, card art, Azure Dragon? Hold on. Rename, copy, close, paste. Oh, I put spaces. Sorry. There we go. Okay, how does it look? Oh, but that looks pretty good, right? I don't hate that. But that might be because of the clouds. That might be because of how good the clouds look in the art. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I don't know how to feel about it. I might change the background there. The clouds pop so much. Yeah, but look how good it looks. Also, I hate that the stats override the override his face. But to be fair, his face is in the corner. He deserves shame. Yeah, Azure Dragon does look weird with that background. No, sorry. The art itself's background's fine. But I'm worried we're not doing it a favor by having that, like, light blue sky in the background. I just don't know what else to do for it. Like, do we give it clouds like Azure Dragon and give it, like, hard whites and blues? I don't think we do, right? Why are the stats on top of the first two rows? Because if you did it on bottom, then you would have to keep this on top. Because if you put these right here, the top card overrides it. Does that make sense? I think it's fine. Like, besides Azure Dragon, whose face is in the top right corner, like, everything else is fine. I almost wonder, can we just edit the original file real quick and see what it looks like? Programming, elements, the remake, card backgrounds. Okay, let's open with, hold on, move it out here. Let's copy, let's paste, let's edit. Open with, I don't know, paint? No, GIMP. Let's try to improve the background here. Oh, the top rows overlap. IMO consistency in where the stats are would be much better. True. I just don't know how you would arrange it without something kind of being a problem. Size, let's go for a soft brush. Let's make it like an offshoot of bluish white, maybe like this. It's not doing anything. Wonderful. Too blue, or not blue enough, I mean. Ugh. Not white enough. Less intense. Less force. Way less force. No, it's not it's the wrong shade. Don't I have like an eyedropper? Let's do it like that. Fuck. There we go, something like that. Less size. More spacing. Less spacing. Still less spacing. Hardness, less. Force, less. Let's increase the size. There we go. Okay, let's see how that looks, like brightened up a little. Let's see how that works. So export as, air background, replace. Okay, now I still have the original, but let's see how this looks. So we have that original, that one. So the one on the left is the old one. The one on the right's the new one. I think the one on the right is definitely more cloudy. It just doesn't really look like clouds, but I think it'll be fine in game. Let's try it. Everything else is the same. It's called the same thing. So let's do the exact same card. That helps. That helps a little. It's not so mono blue anymore. It does give it a little bit of color. I almost want to add more of it. It's definitely brighter than it was before. Like in general, it's just more cloudy, but I think that helps a lot. Make the top row always top visual layer for the site overlaps. I don't like that though. I kind of like the idea of even what the original did where creature row 1 is like a pyramid. It's always on top. I like that. It gives you a sense of like the order that creatures spawn in because I like that you like, this is your main creature. It's the first one you played kind of deal. And then you fill out the whole first row and then it like fills out behind. It feels like, I don't know. I like the like how like the oldest creatures you play always have like the top of the field. It just, I don't know, feels better to me, I think. Plus, usually just by the nature of how the game works out, most of the creatures you have on the field are creatures you spawn from card effects of some kind, because you're like basically commanding an army more often than not. And the creatures in the center row always end up getting clicked on the most. Like Firefly Queen is usually in your center row, and she's one of those creature spawners. So I think this is fine. I think. But then I look at those numbers and you're right, that does kind of look goofy to have them offset like that, huh? Where like the top two rows have them in the top right, but the bottom one has them in the bottom right. I guess I could make the squares smaller just slightly so they don't overlap. I don't know, would that look good? I kind of like the idea of like an overlap of some kind though. Old elements the game had massive overlaps and top row always had top prio. Fuck you, that's not true. No shot. No shot. Elements the game. Hold on. I don't believe you for a goddamn second. Okay, that's what I expected. Oops. Here. Yeah, that's what I expected. You have your Celeria dragons, and then you had it under that, and there was massive overlap. Yeah, true. Wow, I remembered it being way less than that, but there you go. Yeah, wasn't the top creatures, didn't they go below? I mean, if they don't go below, I mean, shit, I think you're right. Hard. But I need an example. Wait, wouldn't the wiki have like the wiki would have something. They have like example decks and shit, right? Main page. Decks. Upgraded decks. We'll do rainbow. Dosis. Fuck. DevTool. I don't know why you would call it DevTool. This is what I talked about earlier. Is Devourer Fractal. You don't call it DevTool. Nobody used that term. Devourer Elements the Game Fractal. You know, I made videos. I could just look up a video. Fuck it, I'm going to my YouTube channel. I don't trust any image online because you have to worry about fucking, oh, hi me. You don't have to worry about the remakes. There have been a few remakes now. Bob Rub, this is my PvP match. Oh my goodness, the quality. Wow. Oh, there was the, oh, this was the IRC chat. Oh my goodness, this was the PvP room. Kev, he was great. Wow. Met blast from the past. So this was the original Elements the game screen. How many wins did I have? 1,400 wins, 1,400 losses. God damn, I played this game a lot. So then you would search up their name. You would search, and then you would both be searching for each other. Okay, cool. All right, so we play the game. We go in. Good luck. Good job, Gary. Win the coin toss. Nova, Amethyst Pillar. This game was so fucking fast. And it was never like instant feedback. You always had to wait for the end of the turn and just see everything they played at once. Was he playing like a dumbass like pest deck? Yes, played both Lycanthropes. Play both! No, you're gonna get Drain Sold. Yeah, there you go, Drain Life. Fucking called that shit a mile away. Good job, Gary. Way to play terribly, damn. I guess we didn't have the lycanthrope proc anyway, so it doesn't matter. Pest! Another drain life! Oh my god, fucking overpowered as shit deck. Okay, we had purple dragons on the way. I guess this is, oh wait, I was looking at his, sorry, we'll fast forward. Discord, Devourer. Okay, he had a drain life deck. And I won. Okay, sweet. Good job, that did not answer my question at all. There we go, hold on. This is better. 240p, good job, Gary. God damn, nice resolution, asshole. Okay, there's a Pharaoh deck. Okay, there's the bottom row. Oh my god, you're right. You're right. Top row is on top. Oh no. Whoa, what was that Devourer art? It was the old Devourer art before the remake, right? Hold on. Ugh. No, don't go refresh. No. Okay, go back. Okay, Devour. Yeah, this was the old Devourer art. Do I ever highlight it? Yes, I do. Good job, Gary. So there you go. There's a sneak peek at the old Devourer art, that ugly ass fucking spore creature. I think it is a spore creature. It's like a centipede. Hey, Pookie. Would stick around for a longer, but I'm sleepy. Oh, have a good night. I gotta actually bounce in like a minute too, because my librarian friend is about to get off work and we're gonna hang out. I got priorities, chat. Oh, chat, we have to do so much before the demo comes out. So much. Actually, no, I lied. It's actually not that much. I don't know why I said that. Wait, did my stream reset? Oh, no, it just didn't load. It's wonderful. But yeah, that's the old pest start. You're right, though. You are right. Creatures should be overlapped on top. Well, the good news is if it's overlapped on top, then I can just locate all the numbers to the bottom. I could just do that. That would solve that issue. That also helps out our poor little Azure Dragon here, so his face isn't occupied by a bunch of numbers. And it would actually be on the bottom right like his main art. Oh, by the way, for Windows, I think there's a tool to make installers. We don't need an installer. We're just gonna have a .exe for now. And later on, it's gonna be on Steam. Yeah, sweet. I think, yeah. Also, good luck on the date with the librarian. Oh, it's fine. I don't even know if you'd call it a date. We're gonna walk her dog, and then we're gonna have KFC, and then, I don't know, we're gonna watch a movie or something. I don't know what we're doing. We'll figure something out. I usually like to play my hangout time with women goo girls. Usually like to play it by ear, you know? I don't like to itinerary our date time. Also, Azure Dragon needs dive. Can we just make that ability real quick? It's like triggering me. This is dive, ability, dive equals make ability, renderer, quote, boom, boom, dive, comma, quote, double this creature's double attack for 1 turn. This will cost 3, and it will cost air. And this now has, oh, do we need to push back? No, we don't. Good job, Gary. And now this has a dive. Okay, go. Ah, so much better. Women goo girls. Yeah, fuck that shit. Flexibility is fun. Rigidness feel imprisoning. Yeah, exactly. I hope you don't plan on using Steam servers for your game for multiplayer or leaderboards of some sort. You gotta pay 100 euros to use them, a one-time payment. Wait. Do they don't take care of server costs for $100. If they do, I would instantly pay it. If they could take care of all server costs forever for $100, I would pay that amount of money. Yes, I would do that. Yeah, there are some Steam specific things. Also, do you guys like how every creature class object is 1 megabyte of memory? Is that intended? No. Do we have to do it that way? Yes. It's because the texture is the big deal, the art. It's 256 by 256, but I mean, hold on, how big is every 256 by 256 object? Properties, 100 kilobytes, so that's about right. But the rest is like font textures and rendering quanta and all that stuff. Also, I don't like how the 12 interacts with that air quanta. I might move the quanta over just a smidgen. Uploading the game is free. Their servers are not. I think it's per game. I mean, if I can pay $100 to just not worry about server costs, I would pay it. Otherwise, my own computer is going to be the server. One-time payments are way better than having to set up all the P2P or self-host servers. True. I agree with that. This was 2 years ago when I was watching Danny, a game maker, using Steam servers. I thought publishing to Steam was $100. Oh, wait, no, you're right. It is $100. I'm going to pay that money for this game to be on Steam for free for you guys. Don't say I'm not generous. Hold on, let's do some research here. I haven't done any research to like uploading to Steam. I just thought it was $100. Uploading to Steam and using server costs. Procedure to submit free-to-play games to Steam. Everyone needs to go through Steam Direct and pay the $100 fee per published game. It does not matter if the game is a $60 title or in your case free to play. Need to cough up $100. True. Weeds out the terrible games. A mere $100 to gain access to the biggest store in your product is worth it. That's true. Also, making, hosting, and distributing the game from your own site will likely cost more on a yearly basis and a recurring fee. $100 for unlimited hosting and downloads. Oh, that's different. That's the upload cost to Steam. That's not like a server. It's very different. Okay, let's not do upload. Steam using server costs. Does Steam provide game servers? Steam's default system uses a listen server model where one of the players are the host, thus no actual servers or cost. If you decide to have a dedicated server, there will always be a cost associated with that. Oh, it's peer-to-peer. I mean, do I hate that though? I mean, I don't hate that. It's a card game. It's not like a fighting game where peer-to-peer makes me want to kill myself, but like, it's a card game where you have maybe one packet sent every second just to check for connection. Maybe every 5 seconds we can get away with. But yeah, that's not bad at all. I kind of just want to do that. If that's for free, if I could just use peer-to-peer networking, I mean, shit, that's not bad. Especially if we do not go the Hearthstone route or Magic route or Yu-Gi-Oh route where you see everything as a live update. If we don't do that, we can go a long way here. If anything, what I might do is have it so you wait for the other player to do their turn. We'll give you like 30 seconds or something like that, right? And then at the end of it, we have a whole bunch of actions queued of completed like actions during the turn. And that gets sent over as like a packet, a vector or something. And that packet has all the actions taken by the enemy AI for the turn. And the AI on your end would take those actions and apply that in game. Or not even AI, I guess, but like whatever, it'll happen. And it'll happen in the order of actions given. I don't know, is that wise? Maybe. The only thing I would worry about is that you need to make sure the thing is well developed for peer-to-peer. There only needs to be packets sent when something on the other end changes, since you expose yourself to vulnerabilities or software users. I mean, there's certainly going to be cheating, but it's not like there's any stakes at play here or anything. I guess I could do something like checking a JSON file. So the other... Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I thought about? I thought about how would you enable modding in a card game? Because I think that's fun if you do. So what if you have two queues for multiplayer? You have one queue, which is the traditional game, where when you join a game with somebody, your JSON files get matched with their JSON files, and if there's any discrepancy, then the game is canceled or something, right? And on the other queue, you have the modded queue, where you search for a specific player's IP address, and then it's a peer-to-peer connection, and you guys can have whatever JSON files you want. Because making custom cards is trivial, right? So long as you use abilities that are already in the game. Because what is a custom card besides like, what art do you want? How much does it cost? What ability is it gonna have? What stats are gonna have? And that's it, you have a card. Everything else is automated. The way I made the program anyway. That could work, but you would need to have JSON files checked actively in case they're edited once loaded in. Yeah, but that's... Well, hey, Steam's paying the server costs, bitch. It's peer-to-peer, motherfuckers. All right, you do whatever you want, all right? I guess I could have it constantly matched. I'm just worried about maybe just at the end of every turn, we just send over like one packet, like one big packet. I don't know if that's stupid or not. Steam Workshop can probably help with regulating custom cards between players. Yeah, absolutely. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't have Steam Workshop. Well, besides like maybe my own programming ineptitude. Just have open source service. I also thought for a bit today about single player. So the way I plan single player to work, because it's primarily supposed to be a player versus AI kind of situation. PvP is just a fun side effect. I thought for a bit about PvE. I'm gonna adopt the what the original elements of the game did and what Path of Exile has refined. This idea of paying a cost in terms of gold in game to fight a false god, which is like the hardest level AI, but the rewards are huge, right? So I'm thinking is we kind of combine Binding of Isaac with Path of Exile, and the idea is there's going to be a list of Steam achievements. Every Steam achievement is associated in-game with some objective that unlocks a card. And every time you do something in the game that wins against an AI or whatever, you get some amount of Electrum, which is the game's version of gold. You can't buy Electrum because I don't need money out of all this, right? I just need fun. Having players play is plenty for me, especially if I don't play the server costs. So the idea would be you would do something with the explicit purpose of unlocking a card, and if you want more copies of the card, you just pay your Electrum to unlock more of it, right? And if you beat a false god, you get that element's best card, because there's 13 false gods, right? One of each element, and then one rainbow deck, which is all of them. And I'm thinking we maybe associate each nymph with like that element. I don't know. Like, I could imagine a world where if this somehow gets popular, there's going to be like anime dragons, and you get like anime girls for all the pictures or something. That could be like a workshop thing. Steam achievements are easily cheated into completion, especially if it's not going. Well, who gives a shit? Dude, it's a free-to-play game. Like, I'm not even going to charge you for multiplayer. If you want to cheat to have all the cards, I don't care. Fuck it. Get all the cards. In Europa Universalis 4, there's a mod in Europa Universalis 4 Steam Workshop that gets every achievement for you. Does it matter? No, who gives a shit? That's not the fun of it. The fun is unlocking it yourself. Or that could be your way to make money if it gets popular? No. Honestly, Fonzie, the only way I'm gonna cash in on this, well, let me be super clear here, okay? I don't own the IP to elements of the game. I have tried contacting the original creator. He is a no-show, so I'm not going to charge any money for anything in game, any sort of like charging on the Steam store. It'll be all completely free to play, okay? I would feel guilty charging money for anything. However, what I will do is I'll have a little image that'll appear in the bottom right corner in the main menu. Developer is streaming. You click it, you go straight to my Twitch stream. That's how I cash in on this, okay? So if it does get popular, you guys will know when I'm streaming because I will appear as a link in the bottom right corner. The developer is streaming. And then that's how people can get a hold of me. And at that point, if they choose to subscribe, hey, it's not because they're buying Elements the game, okay? That's how I would encourage people to support the developer or something. Call it Protons, Electrons, Neutrons the game? No, it would be Elements the game. It is explicitly a remake of Elements the game. I am calling it Elements the game Steam Edition. I'm just not going to charge any money for it. Because at this point, I'm like thousands of dollars in the hole for the game. I paid for all the art commission, which is 48 pieces of art. I paid $2,000 for the whole commission. And that's fine. Hey, I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. I want to play this game on Steam, so I'll make the fucking game and I'll put it on Steam. There are changes from the game, but, you know, I'm willing to, you know, implement those changes. And if I have to, I'll patch it, but that's kind of how I would do the whole thing. But yeah, if somebody wants to unlock all the cards because they download a mod on Steam Workshop, who gives a shit? They get all the cards, boo-hoo. I think it's more fun if you do it legitly. I think that is what the game is going to be designed to do. But if somebody plays Grand Theft Auto 3 and it's like, I want to be invincible and have a tank and I want to fly in the tank and I want cheat codes, it's like, who gives a shit? It's how you enjoy your game. I wouldn't feel accomplished, but I don't know. It's not my prerogative. Maybe I should even have cheat codes. Should I have cheat codes in the game? Unlimited Electrum. Rosebud. For context, I work part-time because of college. That's fine. That's like 1 year's salary for me. $2,000 is 1 year's salary. In America, that would be, what's like a minimum salary in America? If you do minimum wage part-time, part-time's 20 hours a week, right? That means you add a zero to whatever money you make. Or you add 3 zeros, sorry. So if you make $15 an hour and you work part-time throughout the whole year at 20 hours a week, you get paid $15,000. Damn. $7 a month in the South, or $7 an hour, you would get paid $7,000 a year if you work part-time. And you probably get tax returns too. I'm doing 8 hours a week, 9 pounds an hour. Pounds? What the fuck? Do you also say Tuesday? I'm gonna have my Scottish waffles on Tuesday. You fucking Brits. Fucking Scottish eggs. God, imagine having a breakfast where you take an egg and you wrap it in sausage. The fuck? Wild. Oh my God. In America, we have an egg omelet with some grapes. You guys have fucking... You guys overcomplicate everything. You guys are like the French, except bland. Listen, I know people always say English food is bland, but it's a stereotype that's true, okay? True. Speaking like a Brit now. I have bacon and egg omelette. I'm sure you do. And I bet that's the only 2 things you put on it. No salt. All right, stop. I'm gonna get in trouble. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go hang out with the librarian. She just got off work. I'm gonna go walk her dog. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Give me kisses. Okay, tomorrow, we're gonna develop the demo. I'll see. It's gonna be difficult for me to find time tonight because I think I might stay the night at the librarian's place. We may be back to where we are now tomorrow before stream. We'll see. We're gonna do more tomorrow. I wanted the demo out last Saturday, but I keep getting distracted. The demo's gonna be out soon. We'll put it that way. All right, everybody, have a good night. Have a good evening. Zippy, you just blew your maid redeem. Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Shame. Thank you for all the subs today. I appreciate it. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Goodbye. Why isn't the stream turning off? What the fuck? Turn off.